Hey folks, it is Nick coming at you on July 5th on a Saturday. Hope everybody had a good July 4th. So today I wanted to show y'all what just came back in the mail to me. So I had this down at Mountain Sabers. James Hillsman did a nice install for me. It's actually it's a bit of a project. So a while back, I want to say towards earlier at the beginning of this year, I didn't get in on the original run of these. I think there were 55 of these made. I didn't get in on the original run, but apparently there were a few left over. And so I contacted Nick over at Starfall Sabers, just since I learned that he still had like 2 or 3 left, and grabbed one of the last 3 that he had before they all sold out. And I think that was back in, I want to say, January or February. And then I sort of left this on my shelf for a while because I wasn't sure what kind of install I wanted to have done with it. And I had missed out on Carlos Hernandez's Hyperdrive chassis run that he did specifically for these hilts. So when I contacted Nick and I asked him, well, what do you recommend for a chassis? And he says, well, if you can still get a hold of that Hyperdrive chassis, that would be worth it. So he pointed me over to Brian Lynn, who had done a few of those builds and was familiar with that Hyperdrive chassis. So I contacted Brian Lynn, asked him if he could order one for me from the manufacturer, and he was able to do that. He was able to get the chassis ordered for me. So I sent that and this hilt down to James over at Mountain to do an install for me, and it came out looking fantastic. And the reason I wanted to wait to get this Hyperdrive chassis is because Carlos of Kessel Customs, he originally designed this Hyperdrive chassis specifically for this hilt, and it's absolutely beautiful. This is so these dark parts here, this is like PLA, but these parts here are real brass. And this piece right here pops off. So this is the piece that keeps the compartment here for the board and your kill switch.
I am ready to face the trials.
And this top part here, where it clicks in, is I believe it's like a very small magnet. Right, and it just snaps right back in. So yeah, all the pieces, James did a really good job of assembling this all together really nicely. It's nice and tight. And this is rocking a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost dark speaker, Proffi 3.9 board.
This is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He did some nice accents here on the sides. It's nice little shine through right here. Just really bright. Sorry, that knocking noise, that's my ring knocking on the base of the table.
The negotiations were short.
And so for those of you that have one or have seen these before, when you put the blade in, this is a really neat design. One of the reasons I always appreciate Nick Cohen's higher end designs. He does these really economical, efficient, yet cool designs. So for instance, this retention screw is hid behind this slack here that just screws off from the top and drops down. And this one takes a 7/8 blade. So I only have 2 sabers right now that take 7/8 blade. So I just have one. I got a 7/8 quantum blade from TCSS, which basically is used for just this saber and the Starfall Ascension. Those are the only 2 I have that need one.
The negotiations were short. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And so, of course, what's going to live on this saber are all of my Kenobi fonts, my full Kenobi config. Everything from Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, Episode 4, the Kenobi series, and then there's a few animation ones in here, like from Star Wars Rebels, and a few, I think, that were made for like from Clone Wars. Yeah, so the config, I think, has maybe 20, 21 presets. But yeah, that's basically what's going to live on this saber. So this hilt design was originally Nick Cohen's Obi-Wan Kenobi interpretation. So this is now part 3 finished of his OT Trilogy set. The Legacy, which was his Graphlex interpretation, the Ascension, which was his Vader interpretation, and then the Alliance, which is his Kenobi interpretation. So all 3 now are finished, installed, and loving them. Of the 3, this is my favorite. And also of the 3, this one has the nicest installs. The other 2 have really nice installs. But this Hyperdrive chassis is just really above board. It's really gorgeous. So, and give one more shot of this thing here. Now, I know there are a lot of collectors out there that have a lot of sabers with sort of these high-end installs. I don't. I'm not one of them. A lot of my sabers I use for play, so I don't really invest this level of quality in a lot of the chassis that I have installed on my sabers. Most of them are designed for function, for use, and not necessarily for display.
I am ready to face the trials.
But this one, just out of this world, loving it. So yeah, a huge thank you to everybody that made this happen. To Nick for designing such a gorgeous hilt, for Carlos for designing such an awesome chassis, to Brian Lynn for helping out getting the parts needed for this install, and also to James, last but definitely not least, to James at Mountain Sabers for doing the install on this, and for being very patient with me while he got it done. Did an awesome job. So, all right, thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next one.